Something big just shifted in the XRP market, and the AI is showing a 95% chance of upward movement in the next 24 hours. Let's break it down. Here's where we are right now. XRP is sitting at $1.4188 with a modest gain of 0.19% today. Now, I know that doesn't sound super exciting, but you know what I've noticed? Sometimes the quiet moments right before a big move are the most interesting ones. We're seeing 61 million XRP traded on Binance today, which tells me there's definitely some activity brewing under the surface. Here's why this number matters. The RSI is at 49, which is perfectly neutral territory. But here's the thing. The MACD just crossed above its signal line. That's a classic bullish signal right there. XRP is trading right in the middle of its Bollinger Bands at $1.41, with room to move up to $1.48. What really caught my attention is that we're sitting 1.7% above the 50-day moving average. That's actually pretty encouraging for short-term momentum. Now this is interesting. The biggest thing moving markets today is the Clarity Act passing through the U.S. Senate Banking Committee. You know, I've been watching crypto regulations for a while, and this could be huge for XRP. One analyst is even projecting a minimum target of $50 if this bill passes. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow, but regulatory clarity has always been XRP's biggest hurdle, hasn't it? If this passes, here's what happens. The Clarity Act could finally resolve all that regulatory uncertainty that's been hanging over XRP like a dark cloud. And get this, Italy's biggest bank just expanded their crypto holdings to over $200 million, including XRP positions. When traditional banks start buying, well, that usually means something good is coming. The mood right now is, honestly, pretty fearful. The Fear and Greed Index is at 31, which puts us in fear territory. But you know what? That's often when the best opportunities show up. XRP search trends are low at just 15, which means most people aren't even paying attention right now. Sometimes being early to the party is exactly where you want to be. The big players are doing something interesting. We're seeing over 2,000 whale transactions today, moving around 1.88 trillion XRP. That's not small change, folks. The Canary XRP ETF is holding 212 million XRP, worth about $305 million. When whales are active like this, it usually means they know something we don't, or they're positioning for what's coming next. In plain English, we're at this stage. Elliott Wave analysis suggests we might be finishing up a correction phase, which could mean we're ready to start a new bullish cycle soon. The Wyckoff analysis shows we're in early markup phase, though, the confidence is only 33%, so we need to see more confirmation. But hey, sometimes the best moves start when nobody's really sure yet. So what does the AI think? This is where it gets really exciting. The AI is predicting $1.61 in the next 24 hours, with a 95.4% probability of upward movement. Wait, that's a potential 13% gain. But here's the interesting part. It then sees a pullback to $1.28 over the next week before bouncing back up to $1.80 in the long term. So we might see some short-term fireworks followed by a healthy correction. But here's what could go wrong. Those XRP ETFs are seeing outflows of $38 million, which is a bit concerning. And we're still trading 17% below that important 200-day moving average. If the dollar gets stronger, or if the Clarity Act stalls, well, that could put some pressure on the price. Don't worry though, these things happen in crypto. Here's my take. I'm leaning toward a short-term buy here. With that 95% AI prediction and the Clarity Act momentum, I think we could see some nice movement. If I were positioning, I'd look to enter between $1.40 and $1.42. First target would be $1.60. Final target around $1.80. Stop loss at $1.35 to keep risk manageable. And here's a tip from this old soul. consider taking 30% profits around $1.55 to $1.60, just in case that medium-term correction the AI is seeing actually happens. That's it for today. Remember, I'm just looking at the AI data here, not giving professional advice. If this helped you understand what's happening with XRP, hit that subscribe button and give it a like. See you next time, and happy trading!